Hi, this is Stan Dubin, and welcome to the Hiring Tips Podcast. The name of this tip is Digging Deeper into Your Candidate's References. Now, a good employment application will have a section for the candidate to list references. Usually the applicant will enter a few previous employers here. In an earlier hiring tip, I discussed a few ways to check on these references. But let's dig a bit deeper here and consider asking some of these questions of previous employers. What was Alice's job title? What were her duties? How long did she work there? How would you rate her performance? How well did she get along with coworkers? What exceptional qualities did Alice have? Are there any qualities you found objectionable? Why did Alice leave? Would you rehire Alice? Now, on the employment application, you could also have a place where the applicant can list coworkers that they would like to use as a reference as well. By all means, contact these coworkers, but it's likely they'll give a glowing report. So here's a suggestion. Ask the coworkers to give you a couple of names of other coworkers you could call. This could be interesting. Now ask these coworkers some of these questions. What was it like working with Alice? How did she get along with her supervisor? How would you rate Alice's performance? Would you start a new company with Alice? And depending on the answer to that question, you could also ask why or why not. These are examples of questions you could ask. You'll likely think of others. The idea here is to do a bit of detective work to get a clearer picture of how Alice will perform at your company. Really, after all is said and done, the best thing you can do to ensure you hire the right person is to find out as much as you can before you make that decision. Digging deeper into their references is one solid way to accomplish this. Thank you for listening. If you're enjoying this podcast, and if you're getting something valuable from it, could you take a minute or two and go over to iTunes and leave us a review? Also, feel free to subscribe to the podcast. They show 50 different shows at any given time, but when you subscribe, you'll find that there's well over 100 shows, and each one of those is a valuable tip that will help you make better hiring decisions. When you're over at iTunes, you can simply enter into the search area there the phrase hiring tips, and then it'll take you to the podcast right away. The Hiring Tips is brought to you by the Employee Testing Center. We have an employee testing service that will help you hire better staff. It's very accurate, easy to understand, and delightfully affordable. Watch our 3-minute video at getbetterstaff.com. That's getbetterstaff.com. Our podcast does not represent legal advice. Employment law can vary from state to state. So please consult an attorney familiar with the law that applies to the area where your business is located for any legal questions specific to your company.